Let's stand up for prayer, please. Allahu Akbar kabira. Amin ya Rabbi. Amin kun fayakun. Amin subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al-mursalin.
Local government area, Honorable Oluwafemi Adebanjo.
Religious, market, community leaders, proud mothers and babies, health workers, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I feel honored and delighted to welcome you all. Permit me to especially welcome our meaningful, radiant and cheerful woman of substance, the First Lady in absentia, wife of the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Chief Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu, members of our entourage, to the most populous and largest local government areas in terms of land mass and population in Nigeria. Today's occasion, I'm reliably informed and organized to mark the official flag off ceremony of the 5th round development of children, articulated at the World Summit for Children in 1990. This political will not understand, notwithstanding, poor health status of children under 5 years of age remains a major barrier to development in Nigeria, as over 80% of mortality in children is due to malaria and other vaccine-presentable diseases, all which can be prevented and treated. This development calls for effective and sustainable interventions of meeting in the health needs of other 5 children. Of significance among adopted interventions in the provision of routine and supplemental immunization against childhood diseases with emphasis on polio eradication campaign. This local government is not unaware of the reason that informed the choice of our area by the state government for the hosting of this event, being one of the local government areas in Nigeria where coronavirus still persists. Much as we regret this ugly development, permit me to reiterate our commitment and resolve at ensuring that no stone is left unturned at reaching and immunizing all children against polio before the end of this year. We therefore call for more understanding, cooperation, and assistance on parts of the state government, development partners, and other stakeholders that are here in this regard. At this junction, let me crave your intelligence to observe a minute silence in remembrance of the departed First Lady of Nigeria in person of late Chief Mrs. Stella Obasanjo for our commitment to child survival, women empowerment, and safe motherhood. May her gentle soul rest in peace. May her gentle soul rest in perfect.
ìpínlẹ̀ fún gbogbo àwọn ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ tó wà ní Nàìjíríà lápapọ̀. Wọ́n ní àwọn abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára láti ní àrùn tó ní òkúrò ní orílẹ̀-èdè.
We want to thank our proud mothers who are bringing their children to the hospitals for immunization to be given out to them. Because if the children are not brought, nothing can be done. And all the health workers and all our political leaders, religious leaders, for all the support they are giving. Having said that, I want to use this opportunity to reassure every one of us here present that the goal of interrupting the transmission of white polio virus by the end of December 2005 is very feasible. Pick for instance Lagos State. Last year we had about 4 polio cases. This year, at this time, we have only had 1. And we are very sure and optimistic by the next year we will not find any. Likewise, in other states, we want to reassure you that the government at all levels are supporting medicinal activities and polio will be eradicated from this country. I also want to use this opportunity to reassure every one of us here present that we have enough vaccines in this country now, all the antigens for our routine medicine and every other campaign that we have. And these vaccines are free. I want to use this opportunity also to reassure our mothers, our caregivers, that all the vaccines we have in our facilities are safe and should not be doubted. Yes, we might hear rumors from all angles. These rumors are false. Everything that is supposed to be done has been done, and we can assure you that the vaccines are safe and our children should be brought to the hospitals for immunization. I want to use this opportunity to remind us that until
Partnership Immunization Foundation is a foundation I'm representing here. It's a non-profit making organization. The Public-Private Partnership Immunization Foundation is set up to show up and to ensure that the public sector participates. After the program that has been mentioned in our history in Nigeria, the Nigeria for taking such great strides in ensuring that the personnel, the children that will be the future of this state are well immunized and are giving good health care. The governments in developing economies know that there's no way you can attain world-class health standards without private sector partnership. It is therefore no surprise that Nigeria has introduced agenda at all levels of government that the private sector have to participate in not just immunization but many aspects of healthcare and those aspects that affect the generality, the welfare of the generality of our people. The collaborative event of today, championed by Lagos State Government, is going to be, I hope, a regular event that will pull all of us together to share our successes and the ways that we are putting forward the Grace Healthcare Program. To a great extent, it has confirmed the unalloyed commitment of the state, the Lagos State, to child immunization service delivery, and by extension to a healthy and productive nation. A healthy people make a healthy nation, and also we are the ones that are going to grow the economy. So anything we do today, the immunization we give our children is preparing them, making sure that in the future they will grow the economy, because our people are the most important assets of our nation. As we see, Nigeria is becoming the darling of the world, not just because Nigeria has the resources, but we have the people. And when the people become healthy through immunization and general healthcare service, we will be a nation that will be reckoned with the world over. The Public-Private Partnership Immunization Foundation is the most recent and spontaneous response to this public call to service as it concerns immunization. And as I was sitting here, one of the directors was telling me that we should not limit ourselves to immunization, but service outlets, to make sure that not only immunization is being carried out, but the service outlets are also available to ensure that our people have easy access to these services. The objective of PPIF is as follows: to provide logistics, infrastructural and systemic support for sustenance of child immunization, to reduce the burden of polio and other vaccine preventable diseases, the VPDs, to increase the availability of health resources and improve their management nationwide, to improve the awareness of health risks and rights of consumers to quality health service, to improve the coordination of health actors across the 3 tiers of government, from the national, state, and local government, between these tiers and private sector, and indeed translate to a healthy civil society. Already in partnership and solidarity are a number of highly spirited organizations and philanthropists who have identified with the noble and honorable cause and service to be rendered. They cut across sectors, and they are encouraged by their commitment to make a difference in healthcare. Even as we make this occasion today a very special occasion, and we remember it because I believe this is the first occasion where PPIF has come to be associated with healthcare in practical terms. We cannot forget that your contribution and the way you zeal with which we will carry out this participation will be only enhanced by your involvement in health service immunization and delivery to our vulnerable population, the Nigerian children. Your Excellency, Madam Mrs. Remi Tinubu, the Health Minister, Mr. Peter Piton, we want to congratulate you that Lagos State is unagreeably in the forefront of the fight against polio and other VPDs. We are happy to identify with you on this occasion because we believe in you and the sincerity behind this event. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Wọ́n kí wọ́n fún wọn ní iye ìjọba nìkan òní tó lẹ́kọ̀ọ́kọ́ ilé ẹ̀sìn ẹgbẹ́ wọn láti jáde wá síta.
Lagos State is a city of excellence, and it is also the commercial mass center. You will find an influx of people day and night into this place, which makes also the possibility of the white polio virus getting in now and again. I'd like to encourage all of us to put our heads together. Of course, the state ownership of this program that has been noticed in this place today is commendable, and I'd like to say it is all in our hands to make sure that our children, the adults of tomorrow, the governors and politicians and presidents of tomorrow, it is in our hands to make sure that they are polio free. And so on behalf of World Representative, I'd like to wish everybody a wonderful implementation this round. Thank you very much.
For action in the social sector is a USAID funded project which aims at creating an enabling environment which the people of Lagos State will be involved in learning, planning, and action to improve the health and education of this community. The project intends to improve the quality of health and education, expand demand for services, and also improve the access to the state. Compact, since its inception, had always supported all the rounds of NIC conducted in Lagos. They've done this through community mobilization, monitoring, and establishment of systems to do more of this. Finally, we wish to thank the state for giving us the opportunity to be a part of this moving force. We believe strongly that we will succeed with all hands on deck. I therefore wish us all a successful implementation of the 5th round, year 2005 of the National Immunization Day, and ultimately the eradication of polio in Lagos State. Thank you and God bless.
welcome you. My permanent secretary, Ministry of Health, very active Dr. Jide Idris, I welcome you. The highly visible and children-loving, health-wise council chairmen, 6 of them in Alimosho local government. Very politically active and dynamic of Tinubu country. Starting from Akowanjo Egbeda, Honorable Femi Adebanjo, Agbado Keudu, Honorable Jimo Olawaleko, Mosan Okunla, Honorable Olubadejo, Egbe P.T. Yusuf, I welcome all of you. Chief Mrs. Cecilia Ibru, who is also the Managing Director of Oceanic Bank. I'm particularly excited that they have teamed up with us on this noble exercise. And very happy too that she found time to be here with us to see the wonderful people. She expressed shock and surprise at the number of people here who are involved with children welfare and immunization. All the other representatives who are here, and particularly other stakeholders like Rotary International, through Rotary Plus, who have done wonderfully well in this war against polio. I'm particularly impressed. I thank you very much for the wonderful job you have been doing with us. I thank Rotary International. Thank you very, very much. The WHO, our close colleague, Compass, USAID, has done wonderfully well with us. We are very, very much impressed. And, you know, we still have a long way to go together. The NPI, the UNICEF, who have always been funding us along the way, marching along with us, we thank you very, very, very much. All other stakeholders who are here, the Vice Chairman, the leader of the houses, the supervisory councillors, especially supervisory councillors for health, health of departments, especially the medical officer of health, the councillors of city fathers, our great party leaders who are here of our Alliance for Democracy Party, the KBAC, the Nikwaja Ubaja, who is here with us. We thank you very much, sir, for finding time to be with us. It shows your great love and concern, not only for your community, but particularly for children and their welfare. We thank you very much. The various directors of the Ministry of Health who are here present, especially Director of Public Health and the Consulting Family Health. Our mothers, particularly market women and women, representatives of Anata Mogaji, as well as the market women in Alimosho, the distinguished women's wing of our great party, the women. These are special days, as you know, we have set aside to immunize our children who are 5 years and below. Polio myelitis is a highly infectious viral disease that has no cure. The virus is fecal-orally transmitted and it multiplies in the intestines and affects the nervous system, causing the child to become paralyzed. Though it is deadly, fortunately it is highly preventable just by taking 2 drops of polio vaccine. That is all. And the child will be protected against polio. Just 2 drops, not even injection, just 2 drops of polio vaccine into the mouth of the baby. That is all it is. Therefore, our NID is one of the strategies of the global polio eradication we are using to interrupt the transmission of wild polio virus. And we want to make sure that it ends by this year, 2005. It is important to stress here that the Lagos State government, under Governor Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is absolutely committed to eradicating polio from Lagos State, regardless of the fact that Lagos is a very fluid and flux population. with a lot of people coming in and going out, we will continue to wage that war with the support of our council chairman under the leadership of Governor Bola Ahmed Tinubu to make sure we keep polio out of Lagos State. Indeed, the fact that we are very strong at it is shown by the fact that a lot of efforts are put in place to reach all eligible children. And over 3 million children have consistently been immunized every time we do NID. Well over 3 million. The last time 3.4, 3.2, that's how we've been reaching them. This time around we are targeting 3.5 million children. And we are going to utilize about 12,000 men and women to be out on the field, knocking house by house, every day for 4 days. Please, I want to use this opportunity to appeal to all concerned, whether it's your child or not, every one of us, even if you are just a neighbor, to insist and make sure that every child you know within Lagos State gets these 2 drops of polio vaccine. Every child, whether the child belongs to the beggar in front of your house, whether the child belongs to the man-woman under the bridge, any woman, any child, whether it belongs to your neighbor who is busy, go to them and talk to them. It is not just the work of the health worker or the council official. It is the work of everybody in our state. I want all of you from tomorrow, from tonight, start talking about it in your areas. When you go back to your market, start talking about it. When anybody comes to buy food stuff from you, tell him or her about immunization. Tell them that starting from tomorrow morning for 4 days, all children 5 years and below in Lagos State must, I repeat, must be immunized. Once a child is left out, all other children are at risk, including your own children, even though you have given your child immunization. Make sure that no child is left out. Once a part of the chain is broken, the whole chain is broken. It is important for you to understand that. Don't say that your child has got it, your neighbor's child may not have it. Your neighbor's child must have it. The child of your megad must have it. The child of the person selling body across your street must have it. Tell him or her you will not buy body or permit groundnut from her unless she can show you evidence that her child has been immunized. That is what I charge you to do from tomorrow. Also, if by 2nd day or 3rd day they have not reached your child or they have not reached your house or your neighbor's house, phone our emergency services. To us in Lagos State, failure of immunization is an emergency affair. We will activate our emergency response system to combat it immediately. So by morning of the 3rd day, in fact, by Monday morning, if they have not reached your house, phone the emergency line. Just call 123. Or you phone 04979-844, 4979-866, 4979-888, or 4979-899. Once they don't reach your house or your neighbor's house, by Monday morning, make those phone calls and report. That day, they must reach you. It is important for all of us to take this away. If you have multi-links or NITEL line, call 123. They will reach you. Report your house, report your address, say there is an emergency situation. They say, what is it? Say your child has not been immunized. It's an emergency. I hope you are very clear about that. Yes, sir. It's very, very important. When you get to your area, spread the same message. Your child must be immunized. This is the last for this year. Every child must be immunized. We are ready even if there are 4 million children which are immunized all of them. Make sure no child is left out. The only message is to say, make sure no child is left out. No matter what. I have not said make sure your child is not left out. Make sure no child at all is left out. It is a duty, it is a responsibility you must ensure. It is only for 4 days. Anybody who comes to your market, anybody who comes to your restaurant, anybody who comes to buy something from you, challenge that person. Has your child been immunized? Challenge that person. It is a right I'm giving you. It is a mandate I'm giving you now. Whoever comes to buy anything, whether you are a man or a woman, they want to transact any business with you, they want to ask you questions, challenge as your child been immunized. That is the language for the next 4 days. I hope it's clear. Yes. Motto campaign where oral polio vaccine are administered in localized area where polio virus has been assimilated are done while NIDs are implemented in the whole state of country. I want to tell you and challenge you at Alimosho in particular that you have every reason, considering your number, to go all out. And I want this particular crusade for these 4 days to be led by the council chairman themselves. Personally. Alimosho occupies a very special position in the socio-political history of Lagos State. And I'm sure you know it. But the way you can sustain that is to make sure you personally lead the crusade this time around. I'm sure you understand why. Your place must never be the place that will be left behind. It must never be Alimosho. Never. It must never be Alimosho. You are supposed to be our pride in Lagos State. You must never be left behind. It is therefore very crucial, very critical that all of you, including your wives, including all your leaders, whether women leaders or men leaders or party leaders, community leaders, you must make sure you personally mobilize them, challenge them, call them to a meeting this evening. Send word round that all of them must assemble in your house this evening. Challenge them. Go to the urbans and violence everywhere. Go and tell them that for the next 4 days is a critical period for Alimosho. It's critical. It is like an emergency situation. You must challenge it. You must wipe it out completely. There must be no child. Once you see any child after the 4 days that has not got the oral polio vaccine, is a sign of failure of the 6 of you. I hope you will not fail. You are supposed to be in the front among the local government chairmen in Lagos State. You must never be the ones to be found behind. I want to trust you, but I'm waiting for the results. I'm sure you will not disappoint the governor, you will not disappoint your leader, and you will not disappoint me. I wish to let people know that please, the questions they may ask you are 2 or 3. Some may say that their children have been immunized. It does not matter. There is no overdose in polio vaccine. There is no overdose in polio vaccine. Even if the child got it 2 months ago or a month ago, then the child have it again. There is no overdose in polio vaccine. Nothing will happen. It will only make the child stronger. If it is a rich man or woman who says, I've made arrangements already with private doctor to give, you must refuse. You must insist that every child must be immunized by your own team. That every child must be immunized by your team. Otherwise, you demand that that person should leave your area because it's posing a health risk to your citizens, to your constituents. You understand? That the person should not become a cross to the other people in the area, must not become a stumbling block and a danger to the other children in the area. So you have every right to challenge and insist. You are the chief security officers in your area. You must take it up and challenge
So when your health workers go out and come back to report through your supervisors that there is one house where the mother there is saying that they have their arrangement, you personally follow them in your car and knock on the house of that person and tell that person that you will get the police to evacuate the person if they refuse to take immunization. It's your right. Under the public health laws, I have the right to declare anybody public health risk. I'm giving you that power. I'm dedicating it to you. I hope I'm clear. You challenge the person that is becoming a health risk to your citizens. And as a good security officer, as a responsible security officer, you must refuse it. No matter how big the person is, no matter how educated the person is, you refuse. Am I clear? Yes. Also, they may want to ask that if they take it, what of the other vaccines? Let them know that they can also take for the other vaccines in your PHC. Any Tuesday that they come to your PHC. I'm sure by now you know the tradition. Every Tuesday is immunization day. I'm sure you know that in Lagos State. Please make sure you pass the message. I want you to personally lead the crusade. I'm dwelling on this because this is the last for this year. It's like Noah's Ark. Noah is going to move. And this is the last. And that is the second reason why we have come to Alimosho. You must personally drive the engine. You must lead the crusade. And the WHO, the Ministry of Health, MPI, all of us are going to monitor all of you because the reports are going to be written to see how you have done in Alimosho area. I'm sure others will follow suit. I want to acknowledge the efforts and contributions of all our partners, particularly the PPPIF, the Public-Private Partnership Immunization Foundation, the WHO, the UNICEF, the USAID and COMPASS, the Rotary International, particular, and others for their immense support for our numerous successes in Lagos State. Amen. Also, to the health family, for the tremendous job you have all been doing all along. I want to seize the opportunity to thank all of you, all our primary healthcare workers, the state healthcare workers, the mothers, the supporters, the women groups. You have done wonderfully well. May God bless all of you. I also want to appeal and thank our media for their support so far, and to appeal to them to please support us more by making sure that these messages are carried out to nooks and crannies, not necessarily on commercial basis, but as a social service to the public. Furthermore, I want all of you to participate in doing the monitoring to make sure that you follow the teams in the house-to-house exercise. I want to once again thank Her Excellency, the First Lady of Lagos State, for the tremendous support she has given to child survival programs in Lagos State. By the grace of God, God in His infinite mercies will continue to protect and bless her and prolong her life for more service to the children of Lagos State. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I thank all of you for listening, and I welcome you to the last immunization day in the year 2005 to the glory of God and the benefit and future of our children. Thank you very much.
WHO, UNICEF, Red Cross, COMPASS, NPIA here present. Wives of top government officials here present. Medical officers of health and health educators. Party officials here present. Mothers and our loving children. Market women here present. Members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Today's flag of the 5th March National Immunization Day, this is the last for the year 2005 in Lagos, is now our collective effort and cooperation as stakeholders and good citizens of the state with the relevant government agencies and our health workers. This we have achieved the current success in our continued fight against COVID. As you may be aware, National Immunization Day and Special Day set aside where all children 0 to 9 months are immunized with 2 drops of potent oral polio vaccine, irrespective of their previous immunization status, while children 6 to 9 months are given drops of vitamin A drugs when applicable in the course of the year. It is important to continue to explain to parents, caregivers, that both the oral polio vaccine and the vitamin A drugs are cost-effective measures to prevent disability and blindness in our children, and they are paid for the benefit of the child. This exercise must be taken seriously by all parents. Caregivers as a child with any form of disability is not only a burden on his or her family, but on the health system and community at large. So, acceptance of the 2 extra doses of oral polio vaccine remains important in the life of all eligible children. Oftentimes, a disabled child is cared for by other siblings who may be prevented from going to school, especially the girl child. So we must do everything possible to prevent disability in any child by participating in the exercise. It is also important to stress that the mass immunization campaign does not replace routine immunization, and the extra doses of oral polio vaccine given confers more immunity to the child. They are safe with no side effects. I want to use this medium to appeal to our parents, caregivers, schools, hospitals, all organizations to allow the vaccinating team have access to all eligible children, so that we can ensure that the transmission of the viral polio virus. I also want to commend the efforts of all our partners, WHO, UNICEF, Breakthrough International, Red Cross, Compass Project, for their numerous contributions to all our children, all our child survival activities. I thank the chairman and people of Alimosho local government area for hosting this flag off ceremony. It is on this note that I flag off the year 2005 round 4th National Immunization Day to the glory of God and the health benefits of the children of Lagos State. God bless the children of Lagos State. God bless Lagos State and our dear country, Nigeria.
problem for others to stay off. In Lagos State, we don't accept it. The Excellency is particular about that people must receive immunization to become liability by having paralysis or even die. So, because this is the last this year, we are taking it as a very crucial and critical event. It's a must. In Lagos State, it's a must. The Excellency has ordered that for you to be accepted as a good patriotic citizen within this our Lagos State, you must ensure that every child, no guardian, prevent his or her children from being immunized. Once it's 5 years and below, immunizing that child is a must in Lagos State. It's a must. If the person wants to remain in Lagos State, it's a must immunization. Because we can't have you within Lagos State and you are constituting a threat or a danger to others. Even within health laws, we have the powers to insist.